Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. So this is a 12 by 16 inch canvas, and I want to do some geometric shapes, but I'm going to do them in an odd way. When don't I do stuff in an odd way? That's Deep Amethyst. This is Royal Sapphire. I'm going to use a little bit of Fandango. I'm craving some sour apple, which is very similar, but I'd like to see it next to each other. No, it's brighter, for sure. So what do I put with that Fandango I put down here? I've got Perfectly Peacock, or Perfect Peacock. I'm going to use a little periwinkle. And with that, I've got sea glass. To start. I've got something in my paint. And as much as I like interesting textures, lumps don't really count. Now, I want something much darker down here. And what have I got? I've got Prizm Pours Peacock, which looks darker. Hopefully that will be enough. I need to clean that bottom tip out. But I know I can use the colors I've got on here already. Just got that one little gap, and I like everything else about it. Just going to keep following my instincts and hope that the periwinkle is free and clear enough to come out. What else have I got? I've got Seamonstaer. Whoa, okay, plenty of that now. And I did not use nearly enough Royal Sapphire, or Fandango for that matter. So I'm going to hopefully bring that Fandango right over from the center. And then I might turn my spatula so I can use the schmutzy side. like so. I kind of think I saw something in there and I want to make sure it comes out. More schmutz. One of those colors has schmutz in it. I'm afraid it might be the Sea Monster. Well, if I can get it while it's wet, most of the impedances will have healed. Using my residuals. Wondering about this in here. I'm thinking little water lily. I love it when I get accidental texture. It's pretty cool. I want more midnight shadow, but I'm not sure I can get it. I guess in a pinch I could use the Payne's Gray. I'm going to throw some sour apple in and see what happens. I like that. I want more. I like the idea of layers, but I can never quite get where I want to get because I like what I've got along the way, and it's a challenge to not like what I've got along the way and stop. So I'm not going to stop. Hope that I can still go on, Get something I like. Not sure about this in here. This has got to be something else, I think. Deep Amethyst is not really the option I wanted. I suppose I could go right back to the, that's Red Violet. Back to the Royal Sapphire, or I could just give in, use some of the Cyan Aqua. But I'm not sure what that is. I don't think it belongs. Getting a little mucky. I want something to separate them. Hold the paint right off. We'll figure it out. Still got to do the top half. Which I thought if it looked enough like a landscape, I would make into a sky. It's a little more interesting. Now I want some more Deep Amethyst back. Every time I dig in and expose another color, instead of being shocked, I'm pleased. But I do want to get some of the paint off this spatula. If the angle's too extreme, it's not helpful. Alright, it's right there at that time. I got a few more things to try and pull out of here. don't know that I'm going to have time to do everything I want to do. But I kind of like what I've got. And I don't have time to clean my spatula off, so I'm going to probably put it in the bucket, grab a clean one. Stuck my finger right in the painting again. Gotta quit doing that. That's dazzling white. That's periwinkle. This is Cerulean C. I like putting that dazzling white down at the bottom. That way I get the reflection of the clouds, or it looks like it creates a resist where paint doesn't stick. I'm extremely unsure what this is going to look like. But if I cover the whole area and then go back over it again, hopefully it'll be okay, and if it's not, I'll add another layer. I never thought of that. Enough white resist in the background, I could have something that looks like chemtrails. I need something else in there, don't I? Just mixed up some tickled pink. Some water lily. Some Whispering Wisteria. I might have too much paint. Definitely got something in there. I'm going to indulge myself. Play with some clouds. to which I really could always add layers tomorrow if I wanted to. Tempting fate getting so close to the edge. I want something in here, and I think it's going to have to be something boring like Fandango. Maybe triple sec. Because that'll be kind of sheer. And I'm going to wipe off my spatula. Implication of trees. Spatula trees, unusual. That's true, I could go in there and I better be careful, I'm pulling up way too much paint. But I could add some to the horizon line, fill in at my sky. I think I better leave it alone for now. I say that, but you can't trust me. Whatever else is going to happen to this is probably going to be happening tomorrow, if at all. This is dry and it's the next day, and I've decided after doing a little digital doodling that I want to put some yellow at the horizon. And for that I'm going to use some yellow mellow that has a little holly berry in it to make it look more orange. And I've also pulled out some black raspberry to put a shadow under this obviously yellow tree, which I really didn't know was a tree until I looked at it digitally. Now it could have been orange. It could still become orange. And I think I'm going to put an orange sun in. Thought about using pink carnation, which is an orangey pink. Alright, I don't mind that. Bring a little over to the far edge. Take my orange crush. Where do I want to put that? And I'm going to use my pointed nail art tool. I hope that it's heavy enough to cover that blue. Because I like that. Put a little bit in the tree. Throw a few little dots throughout the landscape. Although I did pull out some triple sec just in case I wanted to do that. So I think I'm just going to use my finger. Throw a shadow down. For that tree. And then maybe, I didn't use all my yellow, maybe I'll make a trunk or two out of that same purple. That's too much. Pretty sure the splotches in the background are cows or something behind the tree. Clean off my yellow. I think it's time for the nail art tool. Try and skinny down those branches so they're almost non-existent. And there I have a tree. Although I'd kind of like to sprinkle a few green. I said I was going to use triple sec. Unless I put heavy dollops in there, it's probably not going to show. But it is on yellow, so it might. It's worth taking a chance. All this is good practice. And anything I add now will add dimension to the finished piece. I might still stick my finger in there. I don't think there's anything else I really want to do, but since I have the triple sec, I might as well go ahead and use it. Because like I said, if it adds dimension, it can't be a bad thing, right? Kind of want to try and see what happens. If they disappear, they disappear, but if they stay, then I have a nice little tree line. That looks pretty cool. And I could put a few more down. It's all very surreal, so it really doesn't demand that it looks like perfectly like anything. I forget I've got that yellow, I could use that too, but honestly I like this. Let's just use that yellow and see what happens. I like it. I should put some shadows in, but I'm not going to get that elaborate. Just sort of blend those in a little bit. That's it. I'm sure I could do more. I could play with it for a long time, but I really don't feel like I need to. And I think that sun is perfect, so I'm going to call it good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer or watch some of the commercials or make a comment, those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions, it will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.